All right, today we're going to talk about the difference of owning a van versus owning a teardrop trailer, the advantages and disadvantages of both.
You got a whiteboard.
Yes, I have a whiteboard. Thanks for noticing. But focus, we're doing that.
That's the focus. We could be writing them down.
We're doing a show right now. Mark.
Okay.
So you tell me, because you're team Vestibule, and I'm team Wayfair, which is the van build.
Right.
So tell me, what's the advantages in your mind of having a teardrop trailer over a van?
Number one is some of the places, and it's going to vary, but some of the places I can get, you can't get in your van.
Because you're smaller?
I'm not as high.
Oh, my high. But what if I could get some places
you can.
you can't get?
But that's
there
on both sides. So are we trying to outdo each other or?
No. Mostly if someone's looking for a van or a trailer,
right, for
the most part.
It's something you have to think
They're trying to decide which one would be better for them. Obviously, it's going to depend on their style of camping and their needs. But
storage is easier for me.
I went. You're saying storage.
As far as in a neighborhood.
Yes.
I can put mine in a garage where you got to store yours somewhere.
So that's one problem I have is that this is stored now at my shop, which has 16-foot high ceilings.
Well, it's good that you have it.
Which is fine, but the vestibule used to go in my garage, my regular residential garage, and just take the room of a parking space.
And you could load it as the weeks go on and have it ready for the weekend.
Well, I could do that here.
Well, but you got to bring it down here.
So I live here mostly. I'm here more time here than I am at home.
I know you are.
So it's easier to store the vestibule when you're not using it.
Right.
And it's easier to park it in some smaller places that you can't. The problem, one thing why I switched to the van was because I'm a biker, a mountain biker, and I wanted my bikes inside.
Right.
And before with the trailer, I always had them outside or on top of the car, and they're always exposed, and I didn't like that.
Right.
So that was one big deal. And another thing, which was an afterthought to the van, I don't know how you feel about this, but the way we travel is we're going to run somewhere like to a trailhead,
mm-hmm,
and then we may go somewhere else from that place, and we don't want to go back to the campsite, the original campsite.
Right.
So we just leave from there.
Because it's all there.
So for example, my wife doesn't bike. So if I went to a trail today to bike, and I would have to leave her at the campsite, and then I'd have to go ride my bike, come back to the campsite and have lunch with her.
Right.
Well, what she does now is we just drive the van to the trailhead. She hangs out in the trailhead parking lot. She cooks, takes the dog for a walk. I get back from my ride. Boom, it's a party in the lot. Right there.
I got you.
It's magic. So,
like
what do you think about that, Mark?
It's like tailgating at a football game. But eventually you go home, don't you? You're not going to stay in the parking lot after the game.
You do. So I would kind of say that the trailer is for someone that
doesn't have bikes for one. But actually you can have bikes.
You can have bikes.
But you just can't keep them inside.
Yeah, you can't keep them inside. It's for someone that wants to tow something that's small, that wants to store it in a small area.
Because if you have service, you're going to a hotel.
Well,
I can sleep in my vehicle.
What do you mean if I have service? Oh, if I have to get the van
fixed. If you have to have the van fixed or whatever,
so
you're going to a hotel.
I have to get the van fixed. I have to go to a hotel because this is my home.
Right.
On vacation.
So where if I had to put the vestibule in, I could still get away with sleeping in the car because I have separate. It's not what I prefer.
So you're saying if you have the car needs repair, you can stay in the vestibule and just put that.
That's an advantage on the
that is
teardrop.
That is one for you, Mark.
Okay.
One for you.
Back to the whiteboard.
Let's put it on the whiteboard.
See? Yeah. I knew we were going to use the whiteboard. That and the raccoon.
And so another big thing for a trailer or a vestibule is that there's no motor attached to it. So this is a one piece. There's a motor attached to it. It's the van, obviously. So you have that advantage of if your car goes or you want a new car, you
just
still have the
replace
trailer,
car.
you just buy a new car and you
Right.
just leave your trailer there.
Because you don't have to exercise the trailer,
Yes.
you have to exercise yours.
What I will say is the van, I mean, I've said this before, but when you come to visit me, I miss the vestibule and a lot of things about it. But the van still is the right choice for me because I'm so mobile and I like to run around. I like everything in the van. I could stand up in it.
Mm-hmm.
And we do a lot of boondocking. For example, let's say we're traveling to Moab and we're leaving after work one night, but we can't make it all the way to Moab because we're tired. I mean, we'll stop at an office complex, a hotel, a Walmart, wherever, the side of the road, and spend the night. And no one usually bothers us. Usually in a hotel parking lot or something, we just park in between cars. It looks like we're just a car parked for the night.
Right.
We sleep, we get up, we get on the road and leave in the morning. That's a big deal.
We're even there,
You
though.
know?
Because I park at truck stops.
Yeah. But
And
you
I
can't,
park in front, and I have no issues,
But-
and no knocks on the door.
no, not, but you do look like you're camping more so than.
Oh yeah, you can't hide it.
I can hide it.
But you're still, you're not as stealthy as you think you are.
That's-
This isn't your normal cargo van.
That's
with the
probably
lights
true
and-
to a large
You're
degree
not
because
the norm.
there's a ladder on the side, which is a
Yeah,
giveaway, and
a
a
whole
big rack on top.
bar and
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
It's not a.
At least not have stickers all on the side. That helps.
Yeah.
That helps hold there. So, I mean, if someone's looking for a van or a trailer or a teardrop trailer in particular, it kind of depends on your lifestyle and what
Sure.
you want to do. I mean, there's advantages and disadvantages to both.
And where you're at in your lifestyle,
That's true.
because that can change just as well. When you first bought the teardrop, it was working fine, and then you found out a couple of years later, well, I could do something else. And that's the luxury with it, because you can do something else.
I think
You're not stuck in one.
I've heard before of people that RV a lot. They say it takes about 3 RVs to get it right.
Usually.
Because, you think you know what you want to do. And then you get out in the field and camping. And then you decide, well, I really thought I was going to do this, but I really don't do that much. And so you start to learn what type of vehicle or what type of trailer is going to work for you. And you don't know that unless you have experience yourself, because you might have a friend that camps a certain way, but you may not be like your friend. And so you have different needs. So you've got to test them. I think a good way is to rent them. Before I bought my teardrop trailer, I rented one.
I did the same.
And slept in it to decide whether it's something I wanted to.
And it wasn't the trailer I wanted, but it was, new camps make great trailers. But for somebody my size, and the doors are narrow, and you have to do the whole knee bend thing to get in and out, and you're
Yes.
climbing, and there's only one door, and no,
What I do like about the van, I will say, versus the teardrop, because we have a dog now.
sure.
And we didn't have a dog in the teardrop, because the dog in the teardrop would have just got the bed all dirty and made a mess, where he could jump in on the floor in here and I could scrub the floor, because I like to keep things clean.
You still got to pick him up.
I know, but
He can't jump in this.
he can.
He can.
He can. That little
Oliver's doing good.
5.5-pound dog could jump in there, and then he gets the floor dirty. I just wipe the floor. But if he was wiping on my bed, I would get jumping on my bed. I'd some problems.
You got to add that picture to
Yes.
the fireplace talk of Oliver.
What picture's that?
Of him.
I'm missing the boat
You
here.
just need when we talked about Oliver, you need to put a picture of Oliver so they know what he's looked like.
Who's they?
These
Oh,
guys.
okay.
Gotcha.
Yes, I got you. I will. I'll tell you what. If you enjoy this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. And I will, for doing that, I will show you a picture of Oliver right now. Thanks so much for joining us. I hope that was helpful, and good luck in whatever you decide to RV and down the road. We just hope you do something, whether it's even sleeping in the back of your car.
Just get out there.
Or sleeping on the floor.
Just
go
get out there.
and adventure often. Till next time, we'll see you.